Henry and... Fairly recently, TV superstar chef Gordon Ramsay published a cookbook called Ramsay in 10. This is a continuation of his YouTube series under the same name, where he teaches quick and easy recipes. It seems somewhat cocky though to call it Ramsay in 10. I mean, that's great for him, but how does it take the average inexperienced cook, such as myself, to make some of these things? On the Amazon page for his cookbook, he's quoted saying it doesn't matter whether it takes 10 minutes, 12 minutes, even 15 minutes to cook these dishes. 15 minutes? He's not accounting for something. Either he's not including prep work, or he has many arms we don't know about. I don't think the arm theory is all that likely, so must be the prep work. I took it upon myself here today to show you how long these recipes actually take, or rather one recipe actually takes when the prep work is included and you aren't Michelin star rated chef Gordon Ramsay. Let's get prepping. And I have to grab some stuff. For this, we're using soy sauce and brown sugar, oyster sauce and coriander, and ginger and garlic. I have them in paste form. Fresh works too, but for convenience sake, paste is fine. We're also gonna need some fresh vegetables. Any Asian green works, but in my case, I've got bok choy. I also am going to need eggs, as well as udon. Now I have to clean those vegetables. All right, so vegetables are washed up and the noodles are separated. I got them pre-cooked. You can cook them yourself, but pre-cooked is fine. It's easy. I also got measuring cups out while I was doing that. It's prep, gotta get some more stuff that I missed. But now we have to get cooking. Okay, so now we're cooking. We're gonna start by turning this pan up to high and get our bacon out. Yeah, we'll slice into that. I'm making this for a few more people than just myself, so I'm gonna use a bit more bacon than the original recipe calls for, about that much. Now we're gonna cut this into 1-inch strips. I can just keep it all together there for ease sake. There we go. Okay, so this has been heating up. It's hot. We're gonna throw this on, keep it, try to diversify it around. Break up any little bits. That way we can have a nice meaty base here. We're gonna use the grease from this to help cook it. But we're also gonna throw in some oil because you can't cook all your stuff in bacon grease. It's a lot of bacon. I'm just gonna put this meaty glob in here. Nothing quite like raw bacon on your hands. Okay. Now I need to wash my hands before I get started with the vegetables. So, just came back from washing my hands. Bacon's kind of getting sizzling here. We need to make our sauce for this, but need to give this some more oil, help cook it evenly and not stick. It's not separating super well. One thing with any food, but especially meat, is you want to cook everything pretty evenly so it all cooks at the same speed. Otherwise, you're gonna have raw food and raw meat in there, and that's not healthy. Okay, well that's sizzling. We're gonna turn it down to medium high. and get started on our sauce. For that, we're going to need soy sauce, oyster sauce, brown sugar, ginger, garlic, and ground coriander. So we're going to start with our cup, not a cup, but our brown sugar, 8 tablespoons of soy sauce. Do our oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of this stuff, ground coriander. Bummer. You know what? That's fine. Let me just throw this sink. That's close. Next, we need our ginger and garlic. And this bacon here is getting a little cooked. We're gonna not let hot oil bounce on ourselves. We'll give it a little bit of a stir. Okay, ginger and garlic. Big things in Asian cuisine. So is soy sauce and oyster sauce, of course, but these are good bases as well as those for everything. We're putting in 4 teaspoons of each of these. Well, that's 1.5. Like I said, I'm not Gordon Ramsay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. Ooh. It smells very, well, it smells a lot. Okay, now we are going to slice our vegetables, but first we're gonna crack some eggs into this. All right, so our bacon's sitting here for now because I'm going a lot slower. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna get rid of this meaty board. Okay, now I need to bring this back onto the heat, turn down quite a bit more than I had before, and get some eggs going in it. I'm gonna put these in there and then scramble them slightly. Now, this is doing its thing. I should have done this on the meat board. That's my bad, but these vegetables are getting cooked anyways. It'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna do a whole bunch of onions here. Make sure those are nice, tight. Ooh. These are bigger than I like them. This is a beautiful knife. Straight down to the ends there. Throw those over there. Go down, away from the blade. Now we're gonna drizzle a little bit of sauce onto this. Just a little bit. Mix that up. And put our noodles on. Just a nice layer down here over all this stuff. I'm gonna turn on the heat even a little more now. Because all this stuff here is cooked, we just want it to mix together. move this up. And now it's time for the bok choy. I've got 3 of these here. That's fine to sit there. We're gonna go kind of big increments. Leaves like to disappear when they get hot, so it's okay to make them kind of big. And all that's separated. This is still cooking. We're gonna throw this on there. And there's a lot of them, but 1 less, 2 less. There's a lot of them, but okay, a lot less. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little bit more of the sauce on here. Quite a bit more actually. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. Okay. Now, if you were a good cook, you'd do something fancy here. I'm not, so I'm doing it like this. I'm trying to get these onions not all in one corner. So I'm gonna turn this up here a little bit, not too much, and then put the rest of my sauce on over everything. I wanna make sure I get everything out of there. That's where a large amount of the flavor is. Now we're gonna just mix that up a little bit more. And now really, this just has to sit here until this stuff all is less green. And while that happens, I'm gonna cut some cilantro, or if you are wrong, coriander. And I'll see you once this is done. This is just about done. I've cut up our cilantro rather finely. You don't need too much for this. This can go in here. And we are currently at 37 minutes. All in all. That's about 20 minutes of prep and 17 minutes of cook. Honestly, this versus Gordon Ramsay, I think I didn't do too bad. I think, of course, I could have done it faster, but maybe he's not so wrong.